Okay, so what should we feed this face on the wall here? I was kind of leaning towards huge explosion last night. How about we start off with a file? I take the file and place it into the memorial mouth of truth. It doesn't seem to fit on the tongue. But then, damn it, it dropped down the back of its throat. Ah, what'd you have to go and do that for? Nail files don't grow on trees, Sarge. Don't you know how important one of those things is to a lady? Whoa. So now I see her true colors. What was that for, I ask, reeling back from her slap. That's the last one of my things you'll be getting your hands on. Come on, kid. It won't happen again, I promise. Humph. Alright, I guess. Kid says, showing me the rest of her trinkets. I'm only doing this for the flame. Could this possibly kill me? Well, actually it looks like we have a file anyways. So we don't lose the item. I was gonna say, could she possibly kill us from this if we take enough damage? Special raisins. I probably don't even have the right item yet. You know, a fishing line, it did say something drops down the back. Maybe we can fish something up. I take the thin silk thread into my hand and hang it down into the huge marble mouth. That's a silk fishing line, taken from a royal silkworm. Be careful with it. I can feel it hook onto something as the thread gives a bit of a tug. Looking in, it appears to be some sort of paper. All right, we're on to something for sure, Kid says, trying to look inside. Oh no, I lost the thread down its throat. Oh, come on. I silently turn towards Kid, shrugging my shoulders with a red face. You idiot! Like an electric shock, she slaps me across the face. Terrified, I lunge back into the mouth, reaching in as far as I can. I can feel the thread for a moment or two. I carefully pull it back out, relieved. The object it has latched onto is nowhere in sight, however. Leaning against the wall, McGill somberly asks us, "What now?" That was going so well, too. A centipede. Why does she have a centipede anyways? I don't want to use an explosion, because what if that actually, like, burns up the paper in there? Maybe that's what we're trying to get from here. Let's try a centipede. A centipede? You were carrying around a centipede with you this entire time? Perhaps it's a pet. It's only a toy, silly. Oh, okay, but still. It's for scaring fools like you. And see, it worked. Boy, the things I'm learning about Kid these days. Anyhow, I take her rubber centipede and place it into the mouth of Truth's mouth. Damn it, it's too slippery. I accidentally drop it down its throat. Sarge, why you keep losing my stuff? I can still reach it, I think. It didn't go that far down, I say, putting my whole arm inside. Goosebumps run up my body as I realize this thing could bite my entire arm off right now. Hold on. Come on, Sarge. Just a little more. Aha, got it. I hope this thing is important to you. Yeah, losing it would be a real drag, Kid answers. I wipe the sweat off my brow, letting out a deep sigh. Well, that didn't seem to work either. What else do you have? We could be here all video at this rate. Let's see. I don't know what good the mirror would do. We've tried the file, the centipede. We could put lipstick on it. Special raisins. You know what, let's try lipstick. I take the lipstick and smear some of it on the mouth of Truth's marble lips. Hey, my lipstick. Kid explodes at the mere sight of my wasting the lipstick. It's a shame. I thought I did a very good job of prettying the marble face up. That's not what it's used for. It's just strange for you to have something like this with you in the first place, kid. What? Now you're saying it's weird for me to own cosmetics? No, not really. Better buy me a new one once we get out of here. All right, I'll owe it to you, I answer apologetically. She won't be letting me forget about this one very easily, I can tell. Oh, you know what? Try the leather scroll. I take the worn leather scroll into my hands and examine it. What's this? Secret ninja training techniques? I ask sarcastically. Kid smiles lazily, rolling her eyes. I unfasten the tie and open up the scroll. Oh, wow. Strange symbols are written at length on the scroll. A lot has been written here. It appears this took some time to write. Judging by my face that this is something of importance, Kid walks over and takes a look. Oh, it's an Imperial Code Chart primer. It's used for transmitting information through enemy lines. Really? I can't read any of it. You've got to show us how to use this thing. What would I want to do that for? It would ruin the secrecy, she says, walking off alone. Maybe she can't read it either. Okay, what are we gonna do about this big old hunk of rock? Kid asks hastily. I'm kind of out of ideas, I guess. Well, we only have 3 left. The small mirror, the raisins, and the explosion. Let's try the mirror. I take the small silver mirror into my hands and place it into the huge marble mouth. Well, no sign of tooth decay here. The mouth doesn't budge an inch. Whatever's supposed to happen isn't happening. Kid takes the mirror from me and fixes her hair a little. Oh man, she looks so cute when she does that. We should test others before we stop, McGill advises. Okay, well, I'm not going to use the explosion until last. Because again, I don't want to destroy this thing, and I'm thinking if it's an explosion, it's going to blow it up. So the raisins. Eat some raisins, buddy. I take some of Kid's special raisins out of her cloth bag and place them in the giant mouth. Munch, munch. It seems to be eating them. Hey, stop, you dumb rockhead. Those are emergency rations. Kid snatches the pouch back from me. Looking at the single morsel I have left in my hand, I find myself wondering what these so-called emergency rations taste like. Tasty. Sarge, now you're eating them too? I'm not gonna have any left for real emergencies, Kid says, staring at me angrily. Yeah, right, I say to myself. I've never seen her offer any of them to me when I needed them. Okay, well, I guess my first hunch is the last thing we're gonna go to. I take a ball of gunpowder out of Kid's hand and place it within the huge stone mouth. However, nothing happens. Do it, Sarge, Kid says, putting some matches in my hand. I don't know about this. Do it. I don't know, really. Suddenly I hear the sound of a fuse burning. Kid's already lit the bomb! I quickly run for cover in a far corner. Wow. As the smoke clears, I start to see the hideous remains of the cracked mouth of truth. From beside me, I watch Kid dust herself off and walk over to the mutilated stone face with yet another bomb. Come on, Kid. We don't need to completely demolish it. Aw, it ain't dangerous, mate. It's just a little fire. Kid glances over at my face. I'm practically begging her to stop. All right already. You never want to have any fun, Kid says, kicking some dirt around. Well, what next? So I don't have the item we need anyways. Bewildered, I tell Kid to put her stuff away. Something gives me the feeling that none of these things are what it wants. About 11 minutes of science right there is what tells me that. There has to be something in the mansion that fits. Well, we probably just haven't found it yet. We've got to keep our eyes peeled. Well then. Before me, Kid comes to an abrupt stop. My knife's ready, but all I can see is darkness. Then, from up ahead, I start to hear a clattering noise. Whatever it is, it's coming closer and closer. Goblins. It's the sound of iron armor clanking against a stone floor. I'm sure of it. You know, let's fight, I guess. Instantly getting a taste of the situation, I grab my knife and fix my stance. Exchanging glances with Kid, she seems to be ready for anything. Don't get ahead of yourself, mate, she says with an ornery smile. Okay, let's do this. The goblins amount to 5 in all. They seem more intelligent from the usual fare, probably due to some awful form of education and human torture and suffering. Each of them is as tall as McGill, but at least twice as thick. Great. Each of them is equipped with a morning star as well as a mace at the side. These chain-bound, spiked metal balls look deadly enough from here. I hope they aren't as skillful as those things as I think they are. Laughing heartily at us, the one in front starts to swing its morning star over its head, taking a step towards me. Let's jump back. I don't want to try to deflect it. Not a single moment after I leap back, the iron ball smashes into the stone floor. I can't rely on this little knife to parry those huge morning stars. There's no way I'll survive if I fight like that. Slash at its hand. Seizing the opportunity to score a hit against unprotected flesh, I slash at the goblin's extended hand before it has a chance to recoil the weapon. I tear open a huge gash, revealing muscles and tendons. Recoiling its violently bleeding hand in a shock of hysteria, it lets go of the morning star. Let's lunge and aim for its heart. I don't want to drop my weapon. The knife's edge disappears into the goblin's chest. The goblin looks down, but then looks back up towards me a moment later. Infuriated, it picks me up with both hands, sending me flying through the air. I crash into a wall, but try to instantly pick myself up, my adrenaline acting on reflex due to the weight of my situation. Blood is rushing out of the goblin's gaping wound. It's in a lot of pain, but these things just never seem to die. Fear starts to run through my body as the hideous bleeding thing starts to take a step towards me. I've got no weapon left, and I'm no match for this thing, toe to toe. But then it stumbles, and then again. Its whole body starts to tremble before falling to the floor moments later. Looking around at the victory before me, I let out a sigh of relief. So you got one, eh, mate? That showed him. I want to say something back, but I'm so tired I just stand there, ready for anything. What about the other 4? Whew. You okay, mate? Yeah, I'm not bad. I've got some bruises here and there, but nothing too serious. You? Aw, are you kidding? I kicked that thing's arse so bad, it didn't have time to say its prayers. Yeah, we did pretty good back there, didn't we? You got a thing or two to learn, but you're getting there, mate. Kid's mischievous eyes sparkle as I glance at her for a moment in the dim moonlight. I set off down the corridor with her, ready for what's next. I think we lucked out there then, 'cause the other four must have just turned tail and ran away. We come to a branch after two ways. To the right lays the staircase going up, with the start of the dark passageway directly ahead. I don't remember where the book place was. Actually, maybe. You know what? Let's take the stairs up. I don't think it was through the darkness. That was some other bedrooms, I believe. I follow Kid up the narrow set of stairs, hoping not to lose my balance. We've ascended the staircase. In front of us, paths extend in three directions. To the left lies a dark corridor, and the right path leads out to the terrace. This path also continues on ahead. This path also continues ahead? Let's proceed ahead then. I'm lost, but oh well. We head down the path. After a while, it ends at a stained wooden door. Let's see what's in here, 'cause I don't remember. Guess this is the study. Actually, I think this is where we're supposed to go, right? Lynx's study? This huge room is faintly lit by the moonlight, shining in through a tall window. In the back of the room stands a large, ornately decorated desk. Row after row of bookshelves house thousands of thick, dusty books. A painting is hung on the rear wall, sharing space with various exotic curios. Okay, time to find that key, Kid says as she steps into the center of the room, surrounded by row after row of books. Where did that crazy mirror say we could find it? Hey, Serge, pay attention when I'm talking to you. Huh? I thought you remembered which one it was. So which is it? It was the purple book in back, I'm pretty sure. I remember purple. I don't think it was in the front. I'm pretty sure it's that purple book over there. I think. Which one? Oh, I see it. Kid pulls out a purple book, towards the bottom of the shelves. I watch closely as she opens it up. Flipping through the pages, suddenly an old brass key falls out of the book, hitting the ground with a clank. All right, the key. Throwing the book aside, Kid bends down and grabs the key. Her eyes light up as she stares at it in her hands. We race out of the study, eager to see what awaits us in the vault. McGill follows behind a moment later, after returning the book to the shelf. Now, if only I could, remember where the vault was. We leave the study, retracing our steps through the dark passageway. Finally, the passage comes to a three-way branch. There's a descending staircase in front of us in addition to passages on the right and left. And the one on the left will take us back towards the terrace. I'm trying to think. At the very top, if we went to the very top, we had the Blade Room and the Old Hag. I think we have to go all the way back to the bottom. Is that right? I guess that's what I'll do then, descend. So, I'm probably going the wrong way, guys. As I start to slowly descend the stairs in the dim light, I stretch my hands out in front of me. However, all there is these moist, nasty walls, covered in mold. We've descended the staircase. To the left is the huge archway, and to the right we can see a narrow path twisting into the The darkness. Man. I just cannot remember if we're going the right way or not. I know I don't want to go through the archway. Unless we want to deal with piranhas. We proceed to the dark passageway. Before long, we're greeted with a beautifully ornate set of doors on the right. These are the quarters of Riddell. Continue on through. Okay, so maybe I actually did have to go the other way, because this leads to Lynx's room. It ends at a set of robust doors. Yeah, Lynx's quarter. Okay, so I guess all the way back to the top then. Who knows, maybe we'll be ambushed again. We're gonna have another wonderful fight where I get my butt kicked. Riddell's room. Last time we were in there, somebody snuck in through the window, or snuck out of the window, I think. So, let's not go in there for now. Surely there hasn't been enough change just because we found the key. Upward staircase, stone archway. Yeah, we're taking the stairs. I'll probably have to find a raft or something to get through the piranha room, I don't know. We've ascended the staircase. I'm gonna go up the staircase. Proceed ahead towards the study. Go back down the stairs. So, we'll take the left path. We continue through the passageway. After a while, we arrive at a beautifully decorated set of double doors. This is them, right? I think this is them. This has to be the vault. This seems to be Viper Manor's ballroom. Okay, so no, it's not. Beautifully decorative ornaments rest on a large table in the center of this huge hall. Rows of huge pillars are lined up on both sides, adorned with sculptures of birds and various other animals. At the far end of the room sits a gigantic organ, taking up the entirety of the wall. Its pitch-black aura beckons us. A countless number of candles provide a soft, flickering luminescence to the room. Everything around us shimmers in the dim candlelight. Various portraits have also been hung high up on the walls, depicting all sorts of well-dressed people. From what I can gather, they're high-quality oil paintings. They all have a similar sort of morbid gaze in their eyes, though. Who could these be? Lynx's relatives, maybe? Of these, a portrait of a young lady in a pink dress catches my eye. Wait, what was that? I swear she looked at me just then. Come on, Serge. It's time to put away the ghost stories. It's just my imagination acting up again, I tell myself. It was probably a trick of light, caused by a flickering candle or swamp gas or something. The oil's glossy finish distorted the image for a second or two. Yeah, that's what happened. But I don't know. This room's bloody strange. Kid sees it too. She has to have seen it. I suggest we look elsewhere, McGill says suddenly. Kid and I offer no objections. We leave the ballroom, heading back through the passageway. After a bit of walking, we come to a three-way split. Okay, so that place is certainly creepy. And I think I'm going to end the video here, back at this three-way split. So, whenever we come back, hopefully we will stumble across the vault without getting brutally murderized by something.